In your first round of competition, you'll be using this. It's a welded pile of various metals. Your challenge is to salvage the metal you need from this pile to forge a signature blade of your own design, turning them into fully functional weapons.
It's just a pile of junk. Not just a pile of junk, it's welded together.
You will have 3 hours to salvage your steel and forge your blades. Bladesmiths, your time starts now. There's a lot of steel there, Jay. How much of that is actually usable in a blade?
It's probably at least 30–35% of what's there.
There's a square pipe, there's a ball bearing, powdered metal, but I'm thrilled. There's a piece of lawnmower blade.
Look at that. Tom knocked this piece of steel out in about a half a second.
I know how to work it, I know how to harden it.
I'm very worried about getting the right amount of steel to use for my knife. I know the lawnmower blade's gonna give me enough steel that it pops right off.
Aside from just the hardenable steels, we got some wrought iron, we got some mild, we got some horseshoes.
I picked the lawnmower blade.
Nice!
Ben's going for multiple pieces of steel here.
I also take the angle iron so that I can weld the lawnmower blade inside the angle iron and make a sand mine construction.
I decided to use the lawnmower blade. It was a nice big slab. I know I'll have plenty. If anything, I'll have to cut some off. Yeah. My strategy going into this challenge is not spend too much time on one thing. The first thing is just turning this big honking blade into a knife billet.
Brent looks like he's got some pretty good control on Big Blue there.
I've never used a power hammer before, and it is wonderful. It enables you to move steel at a superhuman level. It's just like hammering, but you can do it at the speed of Superman.
Going now, man.
Ben's going the extra mile by adding some angle iron to create what you call a sand mine, which is basically sandwiching unhardenable outer steel onto a hard core.
I do the sand mine construction because it is a sexy-looking blade. Makes a very tough blade. You'll never crack the whole thing. It'll never break in two.
Ben's taking that angle iron, folded it into like a metal taco. Okay. He's gonna insert the good steel core inside that way. Now here we go. Stuff in the taco.
Oh, oh, you don't want to touch that.
Damn, your giant brass balls are showing.
I'm gonna harden this blade with a torch.
Tom's got the cutting torch out there.
Yes! First time we've seen this in competition.
That's great. I've been waiting for somebody to do this.
So have I.
That's gonna give Tom a hard edge and a soft spine.
I'm gonna do a differential heat on it, and I'm gonna harden only the cutting edge. That way, if it's used to chop with, it won't break.
Great technique.
When your hair's that color, you know stuff. Ooh, ooh, then the oil. So Nathan has quenched.
Not in the water.
back
Don't
to
do
the
it.
water.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And he's in the water.
No.
Huh?
I think
Got some head shaking from Nathan going on in the corner.
I got cracks all over mine. There's like a billion.
So Nathan has a crack almost all the way across the edge of the blade.
Certainly don't have time to forge another blade at this point.
Bunch of cracks.
So I have this idea that I can just grind it out and leave a chunk of the edge.
They might grind out, but
Yeah, grind him out. You'll be all right.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, stop your work. Your time is up. Brent, please present your weapon to the judges.
You got this nice and lean before you went to a grinder. You've almost got an edge on there. The style, design, looks great.
Jay?
Well, Brent, you got quite a warp in this blade.
Did not have time to take it out.
went back to the grinder after the heat treat and cleaned this up as opposed to trying to fix that warp in that amount of time.
That's right.
Okay. Why?
I didn't want to present a dirty, scaly, greasy blade.
I don't mind dirty and greasy, but I like straight blades.
Indeed.
All right, thank you.
Tom, you're up.
Well, Tom, you definitely got a chopper here. And I know Dave and I have been dying to see somebody actually doing an edge quench with the torch. You want to tell me what your mindset was that?
Well, I made it tough enough to cut a 1/4-inch bolt in two.
Ben, please present your blade to the judges.
Now, you've got a bit of a bend in that blade.
Yeah, a tiny bit, yeah.
Why didn't you deal with that bend at all?
To be honest, as I kept looking at it, it was straight. And then I was just grinding it, and I think I actually ground it
Oh,
belly in it.
you dished it? Okay. Looks good.
Thank you.
Nathan, you're up next.
Well, Nathan, quite a large chunk of steel to work with right off the bat. But you did work it down nicely. You got it moving quite well. But, all right, we had an issue here.
Yeah, a pretty large crack showed up.
But you did one of the things that gives all of us the chills up here. You quenched in oil and then went pretty much immediately to the water with steel that was still hot. And that's where the cracking issue happens. I can see 2 large cracks going across the spine, a few smaller ones, and plus we've actually got lateral cracking going right down here.
Yeah.
That's a very big issue.
Judges, are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Jay?
Yes.
Nathan, you did not make the cut.
Nathan, I loved what you were doing with that design, a purpose-built bush cleaver. But with that one mistake, going to the water on your quench, you put so many structural flaws in that blade that we can not test that blade.
Nathan, please surrender your weapon.
I'm disappointed that I'm not winning a big chunk of money, but I'm gonna continue to do this for the rest of my life and make it my chosen profession. Definitely walking out of this forge a smarter bladesmith.